everyone. This is This, That, and the Third, and we are three friends who pick random topics out of this box and discuss it. I am Danny.
I'm Vanessa.
I'm Gracie.
And today's topic is going to be...
They're all good. We all agreed on those ones.
Oh my god, this is so folded. Crazy. I saw a word in here that I know you're not one of. Are ghosts real, and have you had a paranormal experience? Gracie! Are ghosts real?
Yes, they are.
Have you had a paranormal experience?
Yes. What happened?
Where? Here?
In my house and here. I don't know. Everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere all the time.
They're always with you.
I don't like paranormal stuff. I never watch scary movies with them. Or actually,
Let us talk about it.
no, I just leave the room.
You want to leave?
Right.
I could leave. I
But
might
you're
leave.
this third wouldn't make any sense with
Yeah,
two.
but in this room, talking about ghosts, in this room, there's ghosts in here.
So there is. This used to be my actual bedroom.
Gracie's gonna cry.
And my
Let's
bed,
see if
I
we can make her
had
cry
a-
before the video is over.
You can't see, but I had a bed, a king size bed, like against this wall, twin size, whatever. And I would go to sleep. I sleep on my stomach, and like every single night, I would feel an immense pressure, like on my back, like something was sitting on my back, and I would have to like wiggle him away. And then I love crystals, so I went to the crystal store a while ago, and I had this little like, I think it's called like, I don't even know what it's called, little blue crystal, and I was so excited about it because it was in the shape of a heart.
Sapphire.
No, it's like I think
Topaz.
it's
No, it's Angelite.
Angelite. So all of a sudden, as soon as that crystal was in my freaking room, now that's my room over there, I would go to sleep, and all of a sudden I would hear like, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy." And I'm like, who the fuck is singing? Like, I don't understand where this is coming from, but it was like a very like, it was coming from a realm. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't just like.
It wasn't in the room, but you can
So
hear it.
I'm like, I don't know who that was, but as soon as I took the crystal out of my room, it stopped. And my grandma has it in hers. She wants it. She likes it.
She likes to be sung to.
And then I've also had, I don't know, this is, I've done some research on this. It's called sleep paralysis, but like, if you research,
She's gonna cry.
America's the only country that's like defined it as sleep paralysis. Like other countries say it's like a ghost or demon trying to enter your body or something trying to enter your body. So I was sleeping one night, and my cousin said it happened to him a lot in here, and he'd like freak out and be up. And I'm like, dude, the man in this room hates you.
How does the man in this room feel about Grace?
Well, I don't know. She runs out every time I try to put her in here to go to sleep. And she sleeps in my bed. So I'm blind. Like I wear contacts. I can't see. And all of a sudden I'm sleeping. I wake up in the middle of the night to like transition over to like the opposite side of my stomach, and I literally just see a figure cross my room, and I'm back on my back. And I was pissed. I don't know who this was, but I was like, not today, bitch. Not today. But you can't scream.
She's gonna cry.
I feel you. Who put that in the box?
It wasn't me.
I didn't do
This
that.
is not my
That was
handwriting.
not me who wrote that question.
This is not my handwriting. This is too pretty.
It's not
You
my
know whose
handwriting.
handwriting this is? It's that one's.
No, because we all have to vote what's in
Oh,
the
my
box.
shirt's on inside out. Fine, you want to get a new topic?
No,
You want to veto this topic? We can veto one halfway through.
You already said everything you said. It's fine. Just
it'll
keep
be
going.
okay. She can make it. What
We'll make this
doesn't
one-
kill you will make you
We'll
strong.
make this one short.
You'll be so strong after this stuff.
Actually, no, I probably won't be able to go to sleep.
No,
you sleep with a whole other person. You're fine.
I actually, one of my particular
save it.
ones, or my most recent one, is when I went to my cousin's, when I was working in Beverly Hills, I would sleep at my cousin's house because she lived closer, and that traffic was a bitch. It was like, I would have to commute literally 5 hours a day, because it was like, like 2.5 hours there, and then 2.5 hours back, because my hours would just be right when rush hour
Yeah.
is. So, anyway, so I would sleep at her house, and she did say a weird thing to me. It's not that I do like, it's not that I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, I just, like, don't think that every little thing is necessarily a ghost, you know? And I always kind of lean more towards skepticism at first when somebody says something about, like, having some kind of paranormal experience or a ghost experience. Like, not that I'm not willing to believe, but that's just, like, my initial reaction is to kind of just be like, okay, well, was it this, was it that? So she said something weird to me about, like how she said that, like, where she lived in the first floor, like the den area of what's it called, a family friend's, one of their family friends' house. But she said that, like, that there's, like, a presence or something in there, like, you know, just like, you know, like, don't mind it won't mind, you know, like, it's like a not a negative presence, it's just, like, there, you know.
Yeah.
And so I kind of was just like, okay, whatever, like, you do you, ghost, I do me. And then so I slept at her house, and I remember thinking, I woke up, like, just, like, at a start, like, in the wee hours of the morning, like, I want to say, like, 4 or something, and I just felt like somebody was looking at me, like, right next to me. And I was, like, on one side, like, by the nightstand, I felt like somebody was just looking at me. And it was one of those things, like, I could feel it, but, like, I refused to open my eyes. And I could feel that, like, somebody was looking at me for a while, and I, like, could not go back to sleep. Eventually, I fell asleep, because I was like, nope, I'm not about to open my eyes and see whatever the presence is.
Oh my God.
And then I did fall asleep, and I woke up a little bit later, and I kept hearing humming. Like, you know, just, like, a happy little tune, like, just, like, you know, and I was like, oh, it must be, like, the gardener or something like that. It couldn't have been the gardener. I forget exactly why, but, like, it couldn't have been the gardener because the way that it was fenced off, like, there was no one that could walk by that window.
Yeah.
Like, it would be too far away. But I could hear the humming right outside the window. It was close. Like, you know when you can kind of, not necessarily because something's quiet or loud, but you can kind of tell if it's distant or if it's close by.
Yeah.
It was coming from right outside the window. I swear it was. And then that was my most recent one. But
yeah, I'm cool with ghosts.
I'm okay with it, honestly.
They don't bother me. They live here if you want.
And I feel like it's just kind of, if it is, you know.
Except for the other one.
I feel like it's kind of just like people. If there is like a presence, I mean, obviously.
As long as they're not angry at you.
Exactly.
For
They could just be whatever, just like other people. Nice people, mean people, whatever people.
Yeah, but there's for sure ghosts here because there was definitely a time my grandma was like, I went to bed specifically early that day, and she was in the morning. I wake up, she's like, "Who was here last night? Who were you fighting with?" I was like, "Nobody." She's like, "Vanessa, who were you arguing with?" At the last room, the light was on, and 2 people were going back and forth arguing. Like, who was here? And I was like, the ghost.
Okay, Gracie, I do have a question for you in particular. What was like your first thing that told you, let you know that you really hate and it really scares you, this paranormal stuff? What was your like first like thing that you hate ghosts and paranormal things and that it just terrifies you? What like informed you about this life?
I don't know. I think I don't have like a particular moment where I was like, this is it, I don't like it. It was just many things where like ever since I was a kid, like I just didn't, I've always felt like some things around, and like I still do this as an adult, like at nighttime, if I'm downstairs, I need to get something from the kitchen, I have to go back upstairs, I walk up against the walls so I know that nothing's behind me, like, and I'm carrying on my shoe, I have to turn off the light with my elbow, like I'm walking up against the walls because I'm always like, if I turn the corner and something is standing there, I'm gonna freak out. And so I like refuse, I don't want anything around me, and then I would just like, if I was a kid, like I didn't have anything in my hands. Usually now I'm like getting food or something, I'm hungry. But like once you get to like, there's, I don't know how to explain it in my house, but once I get to a certain point, I just like book it, run, get in the bed, get under the covers, I'm safe. Like,
yeah, I used to do that.
It's always like that. I still do it right now as an adult, especially like, I mean at night, well, my boyfriend works night shift. He starts at like 5 p.m. So I was alone at home all night until he would come home, which is around like midnight or 1 o'clock. And like I refused to leave the room, and I don't know, there's just like sounds in my house, and then the movie The Sixth Sense really did not help.
Was that like you said that was one of the earliest really like
I think so. No, because I was always afraid of it before then.
but it really solidified
Or
your
like-
fear.
Yeah, or maybe, okay, my dad also
Scare
just
you.
pranks me all the time when I was a kid. He'd pop out of places and like scare me.
Yeah.
Or like I would be like, can you please come with me to, I have to get something from downstairs. He'd be like, you better watch out. Like there's something there. Like I saw it. Like don't, and I'm like a child.
Oh, when people do
And
that,
so,
they used to
like-
do that to us when we were kids, and I just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Or I don't know if like
it's like
they-
fun to be scared though sometimes. Well, not when you're like genuinely scared. Actually, I'm
And
lying.
then
Like I
or,
literally look
like-
out my window all the time. Like I'm so scared.
I kind of like The Rush.
But like yeah, like
I've
it's
That's why I
never
like
liked
horror
it.
movies. I've been looking for one that really like scares the shit out of me, like where I have nightmares. I've been looking for one for a while now because
No.
I haven't had one in a while.
I've never liked that. I've never liked being scared, and so like there's even, or I don't know how much, I don't know if we've told you this, but in like Filipino culture, there's something called the mumu, and like when I was a kid, it's always like I'm a child, like toddler age, and it's like, okay, it's time to clean up. I'd be like, no, and they'd be like, the mumu's gonna get you.
Oh yeah, we have we have the Moon Man, the
Okay,
Boogeyman, all
like
that shit.
it was this whole like, if you don't listen, there's this mumu thing, and it's going to get you, and so like, it's coming to get me. I never listened.
It's true. Actually, I mean, my stepdad is not Filipino, so maybe that's partially like, I could see being like scared because Filipino culture is kind of really superstitious. We have a lot of creatures. So I could see that if like I had both parents who was reinforcing that all the time, I could see it being like affecting me more into my
Yeah.
later years.
We had like there was like a thing like when you go to sleep, like make sure all your limbs are in the bed. Like if your arm's hanging off the bed, the Moon Man's gonna come and take that body part.
What?
I would be like devastated. Yeah, that was
I
that
have
one.
never heard that one.
That one, yeah, the Moon Man, I guess. Like, dude, that one was the worst because I like sleeping with my leg outside my blanket, so I would literally be drenched in sweat like every night because I'd be like, if a pinky is outside of the blanket, like the Moon Man's gonna come, like. And then come to find out, the way that I
That's
sleep
like a-
now, ain't nothing come get me.
It's like a weird superstition, though. It's just like, what would be
I have no
like,
idea where. It
where
came
would
from.
that come from?
White
Where?
people.
Why would a limb off the bed?
I don't.
Why would they try to fix that? Mine was strictly like disciplinary.
Yeah.
Like you have to do this or else a monster
I don't remember
will
what the
come get
monster
you.
was
Or
for
like
us.
it was never like a
Boogeyman.
kid like there's a monster in my closet. Like no, like it was strictly like you have to do what we say or
Or you're gonna get
or
got.
you're gonna get eaten by a monster or whatever the moo did. Like I don't know.
There's one in particular that just reminded me, in Filipino culture, Gracie knows, but it's
The
called
white
as-
lady.
No, I was gonna say the
I
aswang.
mean, oh, that's true.
There's a particular little Filipino creature that we have called the aswang, and the whole thing about it is that it's this like lady bat like creature, and she hops on roofs and she hunts
You can
pregnant
come in.
ladies.
Sorry, I just hear it.
Okay, should we just pause and take a break? Oh, I was gonna say, well, she hops on roofs and then she has a really long tongue,
Ew.
and she sticks her tongue down like thatched roofs, because that's like, you know, the Filipino provinces, like the houses have like thatched roofs, and she sticks her tongue down there and then sticks it into the pregnant lady and
Ew.
eats her baby. That's how she gets the baby.
Yeah.
And
That
like,
is that's just weird.
okay, well, here's the thing, because my mom was telling me basically, like, her grandparents used to live, like, in the provinces, and it is, like, country, where everything is miles apart, it's dark, there's no, like, street lights, really, and, like, you're living kind of amongst the wild almost a little bit, so, like, sounds are very, very, you know, sounds like outside, you hear everything,
Vivid.
and you're surrounded by animals, and she said she's, like, not that she was saying that she doesn't necessarily believe in the aswang, but she can see why that promulgated in Filipino culture, because she does distinctly remember that when she was little or when she was younger, there was this big bird, like she's like the big ass bird. She's like the biggest bird I've ever seen in my life, and she's like it was like a bat-like, and they kept saying it was the aswang.
Yeah.
So like
Oh.
they were like, she was saying that that's the aswang, and she said it was like, she still doesn't know what this friggin' bird
my
is
God,
or
that's
whatever, but she
scary.
said it was like the biggest creature bird thing that she's ever seen, and she's like, and it was real. I remember seeing it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
Well, a lot of
come in. Yeah, it's like
didn't know if you guys were recording, so I was like, I'll just stand out here, but then I was like, fuck, your phone's in there.
Oh, did you see it in there?
Yeah.
My bad.
I like texted her like 10 times. So I'm just put it out there.
Yeah, Larry, how are you?
Your hair looks
Oh,
good.
thank you. Oh, this is Danny.
Danny, Elise,
Oh, hi.
Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. Nice to meet you.
This is Elise.
This lighting is,
I know.
Prime lighting.
No.
It's not that bad. But yeah.
the wind got me.
I mean, let's just,
Well, now
should we just
what?
finish it? Should we just finish it off? Or do you want to
Wrap it.
participate? Guest appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. No, it's okay. It's
It's
totally
okay.
fine.
It's
Just
totally
come sit next to us.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna
Guest
sit
appearance. Guest appearance. We have like no viewers.
Well, since she
anyway.
hates this topic, it's okay. I feel like it's okay to be like.
I know,
you
but
let
like
us
we
know
should,
about
we,
a,
should,
like a.
we should cut it off though. We should like
Yeah.
say something.
Yeah. So.
Well, that was like
What
a weird transition. Danny's in the middle of talking, and
Oh,
you're
okay.
just like
And they
come
shut us
in,
off.
and then
No,
I'm
that
like,
was it. That was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
Yeah, I
she
don't
finished.
know.
She said she saw it with her eyes, and she knocked like right after that. I feel like.
It was the song, and then
It
you
was
were
the-
editing
yeah,
on
yeah.
the song coming. And
Well, do you, like in what culture are you? What are some things that you grew up with, like believing?
do you believe in ghosts? Are they real, guys? Send us some footage of real ghosts.
please don't.
You
Why
can.
would you ask for
I'm
that?
kind of curious, to be honest, but
And then you can just ask the
I'll look
question
at it.
of which one of us, and then we can reveal. So, because it would be you now.
Oh, okay. So,
Actually, it's technically Vanessa's question.
No, I already went. I was the first one.
yeah.
Oh, you're right. It is Greece.
It is my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you know, at the end of the week, we always, at the end of the episode, we always give you guys a question to mull over.
So the answer is going to come after this.
Yes, the answer for next week is going to come right after this, but for this week, which one of the three of us would probably
Get eaten by
would probably taste human meat?
Oh, I know. I know.
So let us know while we write our answers for this one. Here's the one from last week.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you. So this week's poll, the question was, which one of us do you guys think is the most likely to have a sugar daddy?
So we wrote our answers on our pieces of paper and we're about to reveal it. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Vanessa! We know each other so well.
Wait, do we all have the same?
Who's
Okay.
last?
So I said Vanessa because
We all looked at each other.
Honestly, I'll tell you. Okay, go.
You're going last.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have a reason. I just think because obviously it's Vanessa. Like she would love to have a sugar daddy. Like she's so freaking nice that she would
accidentally end up with one.
yeah, she would accidentally end up with one, and she wouldn't be able to tell him to just like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. She would just keep talking to him because he's like, oh, I'll buy you. She's like, oh, I can't come over. My car broke. I'll buy you a new car. She'll go get the new car, and she will have to. She'll be like, I just have to hang out with my sugar daddy for like an hour.
No, my thing was gonna be that she's gonna be the one with the sugar daddy because if somebody just keeps giving her gifts, she's gonna feel like it's rude to turn them down. She's gonna be
My
like,
reason is so opposite from you.
she's
guys.
gonna be like, oh, fuck, you gave me like a gift, like it's rude to like be like, I don't like this. Like
Yeah.
I feel like if you give Vanessa a gift that she even doesn't like, she's not gonna be like, it's hideous.
An avocado.
She'll be like,
Thanks.
yeah, thanks. And then if a guy keeps showering her with gifts and then showing up, she's gonna be like, I can't not because he's giving me gifts.
Yes.
And
agreed.
like I can't give it back to him. He's trying to be nice. And then next thing you know, it's a thing now.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just
Why
going on.
did you say Vanessa?
I mean,
Oh yeah, sorry. I have one more. Also because Gracie and I we don't like that too. We
No.
get mad when people give us things and we can't because we feel like we have to reciprocate.
Yes.
Remember? Because you're always like, here, take this, and you're like willing to like do all the stuff like or whatever. But we're like, no, that means I
now
have
I have
to. Now I have to do it for you.
Yeah, now I have to do something back. Like,
I don't
so-and-so
even
gave
think-
me
I know you
this,
don't
like-
think about that. That's why you would be the one with the sugar daddy. We're gonna be like, no, because he's gonna expect something. You're not even gonna. Your mind isn't even there.
I feel like,
That's
well,
not
I'm
what
not a
I'm thinking.
materialistic person.
That's
so
not
like,
why.
So getting gifts, like having a sugar daddy just for money and gifts would not be the reason why I would
You
end
wouldn't
up
be
with
looking, yeah.
a sugar daddy. But what happened is I'm too freaking nice to people, and I would just be in
Technical
difficulties, people.
the video stopped. But yeah, I'd end up with a sugar daddy, not on purpose, and not because I want money and gifts, but it just would be in my nature to be like, fuck, okay, well now.
That's
now
what
we're
I'm
friends.
Stuck with one.
She wouldn't. I don't think you would ever actively look for a sugar
Oh,
daddy,
never.
but just like I feel like if somebody came and